Hello, we are going to be continuing looking at the graphs of quadratic functions. And we've really kind of focused on these three forms, standard, intercept, and vertex, but we really haven't talked about going between each type. So here is what we are going to be doing. We are going to be converting factored and vertex form to standard form. So we're going to be converting to standard form. So let's look at the first type of problem, factored to standard form. Now, with standard form, we don't have any parentheses left. We are trying to get rid of all of those parentheses. And the way that we do that is by distributing. So let's go ahead and start by distributing this 2. And when I distribute my 2 here, oh, that was a big distribution. What happens is, well, 2 times x is going to be 2x. So that will be 2x. And then finally, 2 times 2 is going to get me a 4. And then we still have our x minus 4, over here. So then looking from here, we do have some double distribution here. We have 2 things to distribute. I'm going to go ahead and type these out and then hopefully combine like terms. So first distribution here is we have 2x times x. Then we'll do 2x minus 4. 4 times x, and 4 times negative 4. And I'm going to go ahead and type these in so you don't have to deal with my bad handwriting. So 2x times x will be 2x squared. 2x times negative 4 is negative 8x. 4 times x is going to be my 4x. And then finally, 4 times negative 4 will be negative 16. Now, before you get all excited and press submit answer, you do need to finish this problem. We have a like term that we can combine. A negative 8x and a 4x, those combine to negative 4x. And now you're ready to submit. And that standard form then, if I really needed it, now I know what my y-intercept is. So that is converting between factored form and standard form. All we are looking to do there is that distribution. I typically do this one first, and then finally do your double distribution after that. You could do that times that first. It is up to you. All right, now let's take a look at going from vertex form to standard form. So vertex form to standard form. Same thing here, just a little bit extra work. Now remember, if I have something squared, that means I have that times itself. So if I were to have something like x plus 1 squared, well, that simply means that I have x plus 1 times x plus 1. So there's really, don't worry about that squared. That just means you're taking that times itself. All right, so let's go ahead and do this one together. And I'm actually going to write this over here. Oh, all right, so I have, just so you can kind of see my work, so I have negative 6 times, what was that, x minus 4 squared minus 1. All right, I'm going to go ahead and type out my work from here. All right, so first thing that I see is I have this squared. So I have negative 6 times x minus 4 times x minus 4. And don't forget, you still have your minus 1. First distribution, if I do this, I have negative 6x. Negative 6 times x is negative 6x. And then negative 6 times 4, that is positive 24. And I still have my x minus 4 minus 1. All right, let's go from here. So what I have now is I have negative 6x times x, that is negative 6x squared. I have negative 6x times negative 4. Well, that would be positive 24x, and negative times negative is a positive. Over here, I have 24 times x is 24x. And then finally, 24 times negative 4, that would be negative 96. And I still have my minus 1. All right, now final combining of like terms. I have a negative 6x squared. I have a 24x and a 24x, that is 48x. And then negative 96 minus 1, that is negative 97. So this is our final answer here. We have first off written that out twice. We distributed our first term, so that became negative 6x plus 24. We did our double distribution from there. And then finally, we combined all of our like terms. So our final answer here is, what was that? Negative 6x squared plus 48x. And I believe that was negative 94 or 97. All right, so that is that in standard form. And you can always, if you get stuck on these, you can always show an example and they'll kind of give you the general guidance of how to do that. And in fact, it looks like they do this one first. That is A-okay. You can do that as well. All right, so you're going to be doing lots of distribution here for converting to standard form.